Today is a big day for two huge reasons. It's my first ever 3-day wild camp, and it's also the first time I've climbed a mountain in shorts, but mainly because it's my first 3-dayer. So I'm at Cadair Idris in South Snowdonia. I've got like what appears to be a small house on the back of me, and my plan is to get up to the glacial lake halfway up called Llyn Cau for the night. If it stays clear, I might be able to do some astrophotography. There's no clouds in the sky, so there might not be much of a sunset. And in the morning, I'll try and shoot the same scene at dawn. So for now, I'm going to stop talking, conserve some energy, and climb up that. Been a bit chaotic. With wild camping, you very rarely have a lot of time on your hands to talk to camera. So let me tell you where I am. Where am I? This is Cadair Idris, which I believe is just up there. That's the summit, and this is the lake of Llyn Cau, I believe it's pronounced in Welsh. So what I'm doing, I'm here for, I've missed the sunset now, and I want to try and do some astro stuff tonight if we get a clear sky, and in the morning the sun's going to rise over there and it's hopefully going to blast these mountains in a lovely warm colour. So that's the idea. So now I've got to get a bit of tea on. I've really struggled with water. It's been like an oven. It's been so warm today. It's June the 17th today, and it's been nearly 30 degrees walking up this mountain. Anyway, so I'm going to go make myself some food and look for some water.
And we'll be taking our time. Ooh, there ain't nothing I can do. Ooh, there ain't ooh, there ain't
Right folks, so it's time to go to bed. Well, it's time to get in the tent. I don't know if I'm going to go to sleep or not, because I suppose in about 2 hours it'll be dark, so that'll be about time to get back out and shoot some stars. So I've had my dinner, I've done some washing up, believe that or not. I've gone and refilled my water, ready for tomorrow, and now I've just got to put the camera away and get it back out later on. I've got my sunrise location sorted, so let's just enjoy it, I guess. See what happens, as always. I set the alarm later on that night for about 1:30, and as I woke up and went outside the tent, I looked up and what I saw was mesmerising. I could see the Milky Way and so many stars, because there was zero cloud cover and very little light pollution. So I took an exposure for 30 seconds and noticed that there was no ambient light at all, and I was really racking my brains how I could get sharp stars and also expose the foreground, which I couldn't seem to do. And then, almost as a twist of fate, I looked behind me and I saw an orange cloud, which I thought, it's 2-3 hours before the sunrise, and I realised that it was the moon rising, and it couldn't have been better timing. Just as I was worrying that I wouldn't be able to expose properly, the moon seemed to just light up the foreground beautifully. What it did, it actually caused a daylight effect on this 3-minute exposure, and I think that it gives it a really nice look. And then as I did 2 shots sweeping across the lake, I thought, I wonder how a panorama would look. Wow, what a morning. So as you can see, the sun has done what I thought it would do and it's burst onto the scene, and it's completely just washed the tops in gold and reddy orange. It's absolutely beautiful. So I made the dash up here this morning at sort of 4:45 to make sure I was in prime location to get the shot. Now when that moves about halfway down the mountain, I'm going to go back down and I'm going to go waterside and probably get a wide shot. So hopefully I can get 2 shots in the bag this morning, and then I can have a coffee, and then it's going to be a decision time whether I'm going to carry on or whether I'm going to go back to the car and go home. But right now I really don't want to go home because this is just magical. Okay, I've got all I can get now from that location. I find that sometimes you can overshoot and you're not going to get, you're kind of milking it dry, you're not going to get a better shot out of your location, so you might as well just save some time and move on to the next shot. So now, as I said, it's back over to the tent, back down to the water's edge to get that shot, get that wide shot. By then hopefully a lot more of the rock face will be exposed in sun. Once I've done that, hopefully I'll be covered in sun, and then I can set up the cooker for some coffee. It's still only 5 AM, and I tell you what, it must be about 16 degrees. It's so pleasant. It's going to be a scorcher today. Scorcher.
Scorcho!
And I also want to mention, I've found a fairly comfortable way of sleeping with the sleeping bag. It's taken me a while. What I did last night, I mean, this only works when it is nice and warm. But what I did was completely unzipped it right down to the bottom. Turned it over and put my feet in so I can wedge my sleeping bag in, and then I pulled it on top of me so it was wide open like a duvet, but put the hood over my head to block out the light. And then obviously I've got my pillow as well, which was nice and comfortable, so that seemed to work a treat. I got well over 1 hour of sleep.
I see it all. I love you. I see it all. I love you any kind of way. I see it all. I love you. I see it all. Yeah, taking our time. Ooh, there ain't nothing I can do. Ooh, there ain't.
So there's just one thing that I haven't done yet, and that's put myself in the picture. So I'm going to do that by putting myself in the bottom left hand corner of the frame, shooting up that way. I'm just waiting for the big stopper to do an exposure, and then I'm going to do a separate exposure and blend them together. So I've been doing a bit of thinking with my brew. I've just had a walk around the lake, and I am going to head home. The reason is that I haven't got enough water, so it's not safe. Yesterday the ascent up here, and I'm only halfway up to the summit. The summit's just up there. Well, I say just up there, it's another 400 metres up. Yeah, it was really very arduous, and I ran out of water, and I'm actually boiling some now, and I don't know if it's going to be safe to drink, but I've got no choice really. And I just thought, if I did another loop and it's so exposed, and if the sun just beats down on me all day, I'm going to be in trouble. So I've decided to pack up, get back to the car and get home and get up to Cadair Idris another day. I've made the decision with a heavy heart, but one last look over this place that I've called home for the last 24 hours. What a magnificent part of the world. As always, leave no trace. Cadair Idris. It's been a blast. Hey folks, so I just wanted to sort of round up the trip to Cadair Idris really with a few things. First of all, I wanted to say thanks for watching. Second of all, please subscribe if this is your first time seeing me and you've liked what you see, and give me a thumbs up. Getting my 3-man tent up the top proved very difficult, and on my other wild camps it's very, very heavy. So if you know of any lightweight tents, let me know, because I might be interested to get one. And that goes as well for a compact cooking system. Now I've looked at maybe the jet boil, but let me know what your suggestions are. They'll be greatly received. And my final thought on this really is just how much of an awesome time I've had. And I would recommend going wild camping every day of the week. Yes, it's a little bit difficult and it's not easy at all. It's maybe a little bit dangerous and you're way out of your comfort zone. But all of those things equate to just a wilderness to yourself. I mean, fair enough, I did share that last night with 1 or 2 people, but it was quite isolated where I was. And over the last few weeks in Britain, we've had some real tragedies happen, like unspeakable, horrific, horrible things that have happened to people. And life's too short. Life is too short. So if you like walking or hiking and you've never gone for a camp, just go. Do your research, be responsible, but go, because you'll absolutely love it. Go with someone else. It's just one of the coolest things a person can do, I think. You feel so in contact with the natural world. It's amazing. So on that note, I wanted to sign off for this video. Thanks for watching once again. And let me know if there's anywhere else in the country where you think I would enjoy a wild camp, because I think I've got the bug. And by the way, Cadair Idris, I didn't get to the top, so there's unfinished business here. I think I'm going to have to come back and do a summit wild camp one day. But anyway, thanks for watching. That was the classic photography vlogger's trick. Roll the camera, walk away as if someone else is filming you, but then you realise that you've got to come back and get it. Just a footnote to this trip, I love Snowdonia. Love it. Love it. La, 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 la.